Videogyan.
It's a pleasant day. The ship captain surveys the surroundings. He's pleased with the clear weather and heads inside to verify the ship's moving in the right direction. The captain then opens a suitcase to ensure the chipset containing important information is safe. In the evening, a strong breeze awakens the ship captain while he's relaxing on the deck. He's shocked to see the sudden change in the weather and the rising tides. This gives him a hint the ship might sink. He hurries inside to grab the most valuable suitcase and an oxygen cylinder for safety. While he struggles to open the cabin door, the ship, fighting against the tides, fails and sinks to the bottom. At the Zool Babies Marine office, Snoo, Midge, and Todd are fast asleep after a long day. Suddenly, a beep from the radio controller wakes Midge, followed by Todd. They notice the message, "Military ship down," flashing on the screen, and rush to wake Snoo, who's still sound asleep. Startled and confused, Snoo looks at the screen. Understanding the situation, they all rush to the submarine for a rescue operation. They start their journey towards the sunken cruise. Todd, who loves sea creatures, gazes out. Finally, they spot the cruise. Snoo and Todd, dressed in scuba gear, head towards the cruise. They search for the captain and find him trapped under a cupboard in his cabin. After struggling to open the jammed door, they manage to get inside and rescue him just in time. The captain immediately points to something, prompting Snoo and Todd to swim over and push the cupboard aside. They find the suitcase the captain had carefully preserved and hand it back to him. They decide to leave quickly. Just as Todd swims out, a shark swims by, causing him to dart back inside, gasping in shock. Once clear, they hurry back to the submarine. Without any delay, they head back to the Zool Babies Marine office. The captain immediately inserts the chip to ensure the data's safety. It reveals the mesmerizing beauty of underwater creatures, vibrant coral, and hidden surveillance cameras. The captain and the officers exchange a big thumbs up for their success. The Zool Babies are busy working with robots and their components in the robot controller office. Each of them is closely examining the problems. Inside the VG factory, robots are busily working. However, a liquid spilling from the ceiling causes a robot transporting tins in a cart to slip, fall, and malfunction, going completely haywire. It breaks through the wall and makes an exit, smashes the fence, and uses laser beams from its eyes to cut a truck in half, clearing the path to the city. One of the Zool Babies, sitting in front of the computer, sees an alert message from the factory and quickly informs the others. They all head out to search for the robot, which is causing havoc in the city. The Zool Babies get a brilliant idea. They quickly set up a dance floor, and one of them starts dancing. The robot is drawn to the dance floor. It observes and scans each move of the Zool Baby. Taking advantage of the distraction, the Zool Baby attempts to reach the control switch on top. But the robot starts dancing in sync with the Zool Baby. The Zool Baby then does a head rotation move, which the robot mimics. This action ultimately results in the control switch being pressed, shutting down the robot. Now, the Zool Babies regain control over it. The Zool Babies are happy to see the robots working flawlessly again and leave the factory. Oh no! The robot tricked them! It's a pleasant morning. The passenger flight lands smoothly, and the passengers are soon transported to the airport by shuttle. The passengers proceed to the security check area at the checkout terminal with their bags for scanning. Two passengers in Chinese attire hesitate to place their bags, but Midge, the security officer, smiles and insists they do so. The passengers exchange a worried look. Meanwhile, Midge notices something unusual in their scanned bags and immediately opens one. He's surprised to find a teddy cub sleeping inside, which they claim is just a doll. Not convinced by their explanation, he secretly presses the alarm to alert his fellow officers. Weenie, munching on a donut, immediately checks the alert on his airport security device and watches the two passengers closely on his monitors. At the same time, Midge also observes them and realizes that they've been tricked. He quickly alerts another officer, and together they set out on a mission to catch the disguised thieves. As the thieves are about to leave the airport, Weenie uses a remote to shut the exit door. When they turn around, they're shocked to see the Zool Baby officers ready to arrest them. In a hurry to escape, they spot another exit door for luggage transport and quickly dash through it. The Zool Baby officers chase after them. But the thieves push the taxi driver aside and speed off in the taxi. The Zool Babies jump into two separate cars and begin the chase. The thieves notice this and quickly race away, ignoring red lights and driving recklessly. Weenie stops as the truck halts at the red light. However, Midge and another officer continue the chase. The thieves celebrate, thinking they've outsmarted the officers, but the officers quickly get back on their tail, closing in. This time, the thieves speed past a long truck. At the roundabout, the officers split up to block their paths from both ends, trapping them in. The thieves are forced to stop their car and are caught red-handed for animal trafficking. The Zool Baby officers rescue the adorable teddy cubs and give them warm hugs. The Zool Babies are truly the heroes of the day. As Snoo flips through a travel book, he spots an interesting place called Crude Island. He quickly calls Todd and Weenie, who get excited as well, and they all decide to visit the place. Being photojournalists, they pack all required gadgets and essentials for their next article. They set off on a private cruise. Snoo and Weenie enjoy the scenic beauty, snapping photos, while Todd is taking a nap. Annoyed by Todd's constant napping, Weenie splashes water on him. Startled, Todd begins swimming on the deck chair. After a while, Snoo spots the Crude Island looking through his binoculars. They hop onto a small boat, with Todd rowing as Snoo gives directions. Finally, they reach the island. Two curious cavemen hiding behind a bush watch them land and quickly run out to follow them. The Zool Babies eagerly begin exploring the island, but Snoo senses someone's watching them. Before he can react, Timbu and Tuskar jump out, but are quickly distracted by a falling fruit and start chasing each other. The Zool Babies find it amusing and capture the moments. As soon as Todd opens a chocolate bar, Timbu and Tuskar stop their chase and are drawn to it. Todd offers them the chocolate and they exchange it for some fruit. As the Zool babies enjoy the fruits, Timbu and Tuskar try to eat the chocolate their own way. Suddenly, a familiar, frightening scent grabs their attention. A saber-toothed tiger leaps from the thick bushes, scaring them. Hearing this, the Zool babies rush to check. Timbu and Tuskar run for their lives. They try to escape by sliding down tree roots. Unfortunately, they both fall into a deep ditch, with the tiger standing above, ready to pounce. The Zool babies watch from a safe distance. Weenie quickly comes up with a plan and grabs a rope from his bag. Todd and Snoo carefully lower the rope from a tree branch with Weenie tied to the other end. He lends a helping hand. Timbu stands on Tuskar's shoulders and manages to reach a safe spot. The tiger leaps into the ditch in anger, and Tuskar, terrified by its sharp teeth and powerful body, runs in fear. The Zool babies quickly throw in a rope. Tuskar grabs it and is pulled out just in time. Feeling sorry for the tiger, Timbu and Tuskar quickly carry a log and throw it down, creating a slope. The tiger rushes back to the jungle. The Zool babies, Timbu and Tuskar, have a fun jungle dance together. On a sunny day, a top cruise captain sits before the screen, sipping his drink. Suddenly, an alert message, "Iceberg ahead," pops up. He understands the danger and rushes to the steering wheel, turning it to avoid hitting the iceberg. The screen immediately shows a safe message. He returns to his seat. Just then, a playful monkey peers through the window and is attracted by the shining badge on the captain's hat. The monkey swiftly jumps down and begins steering the ship in the wrong direction. Startled, the captain rushes to the wheel to regain control, but the monkey snatches the captain's hat and gleefully wears it. The captain tries to take it, but the monkey gets angry and jumps to the steering wheel. They tussle over to control the wheel. On the deck, diners are happily enjoying music from a band, but suddenly, a strong jolt causes the glasses to topple over and startles everyone. The monkey and the captain keep fighting, making the ship crash into a giant iceberg, and the captain's awards fall off. Angry, he blames the monkey. The monkey blames him for the crash. As people on the deck struggle, the captain becomes worried. In the office, Snoo, Teeny, and Weenie look at the flashing alert message, "Ship struck," on the screen. Immediately, they rush out to the submarine, get ready, and dive into the sea, making their way towards the ship. People rush out of their rooms and start moving back and forth on the deck. Meanwhile, the three Zool babies approach the sinking ship, and at the same time, a few people quickly board the rafts while the monkey hops onto one of them. When the submarine gets close enough, Teeny attaches a rope ladder to the ship and climbs up onto the deck with Weenie. People safely get down onto the raft using the ladder. As Weenie enters the flooded hallway, he spots a necklace floating in the water and picks it up. Then he hears a voice and hurries towards it. Pushing the door open, he finds a girl crying for help. Weenie lends her a helping hand. Meanwhile, Teeny rescues a family trapped in a room. Everyone walks out cautiously. Back on deck, Teeny comforts a crying baby with a teddy bear, and all passengers board the raft. Snoo rows towards the submarine and other rafts. Everyone happily waves at Teeny and Weenie. Suddenly, the ship breaks down and begins to sink rapidly. Snoo quickly arrives and they both jump onto the raft just before the ship sinks entirely. Then, Teeny links rafts with a rope and the submarine pulls them to safety. The captain awards medals of honor to the Zool Babies. Then, Weenie takes out the necklace he found, and a passenger claims it. The crowd applauds, except for the monkey. Weenie and Snoo are practicing guitar and drums loudly as Midge guides them with a stick for coordination. They get so absorbed in their own music that they lose synchronization, creating loud chaos. Before Midge could speak, the neighbors showed up and started complaining about the loud noise they were making. Midge looks at the music competition flyer with disappointment and heads inside the house. But soon, he gets an idea and begins practicing inside with all the windows and doors closed. After a while, Weenie and Snoo go off notes again. Midge quickly places the music notes and they continue playing following them. But they soon lose synchronization once more. Midge walks out, feeling very disappointed. Weenie and Snoo see the flyer and realize the purpose of their practice. They rush inside, prepare themselves, and begin practicing with complete focus and concentration. Hearing their beautiful music, Midge is filled with happiness. It's competition day. Weenie, Snoo, and Midge take their positions on stage and begin their performance with complete dedication. Together, they deliver an amazing show, and the crowd cheers with excitement. The Zool Babies are thrilled with their achievement. In the Zool Babies private detective office, everyone's engaged in different activities. Meanwhile, a thief sneaks out of a downtown house and escapes in a jiffy. In the morning, Jill wakes up and checks the drawer for her favorite necklace, but screams in shock when she finds it missing. Her dad rushes in to check while her mom comforts a crying Jill. Noticing a footprint on the floor, her dad calls the detectives for help. The Zool Babies prepare for the mission and arrive at the house. When the detectives arrive, Jill hurriedly shows them a photo of herself wearing the missing necklace to one of them, and he reassures her. They also notice the footprint and take a photo of it. The Zool Babies head out to search the nearby areas for clues. One of them finds a piece of cloth stuck to some tree bark and keeps it just in case. As they continue their search, they get hungry and look for a place to eat. Spotting a hotel, they walk inside. The owner serves them tasty sandwiches and donuts. While one of the Zool Babies is washing his hands, he notices a black t-shirt in a bin. He picks it up and compares it to the piece of cloth he found earlier, and they match perfectly. Surprised, he returns to his seat and gazes at the photo provided by Jill. The owner notices this and quickly attempts an escape. Two of the Zool Baby detectives block his escape path, and the owner surrenders. Jill is overjoyed to get her favorite necklace back, and the Zool Babies celebrate their success.
Look at the bright and sunny day. The street is filled with happy kids playing. But, oh dear, someone is missing out on all the fun. Meet our little friend Jack. He's so into his phone that he's missing the sunshine outside. Uh-oh. Sweetie, time to put the phone down and enjoy the day. But wait, our friend takes the phone with him. Let's see what happens next. Even at night, our little friend Jack is wide awake, playing on his phone under the covers. Sneaky, sneaky. What's going on in there? Let's find out. Mom is concerned. Jack rushes outside but takes his phone along. Uh-oh, trouble's brewing. Mom tries to stop him, but he escapes. What's going to happen next? Distressed Mom makes a call, but to who? Let's see. Meet Snoo and Zool Babies, our heroes. They're here to save the day. Hooray! The Zool Babies get a call, and they're on their way, zooming out of the HQ to the rescue. Uh-oh, our friend Jack is in danger. Will the Zool Babies save the day? Snoo, the driving expert, slams on the brakes. Phew, that was close. Mom, Dad, and the Zool Babies gather around Jack. They make sure he's safe and sound. Teamwork. Oh no! Our friend Jack's eyes are red from too much phone time. Time for action. The Zool Babies examine Jack's eyes and phone. They've got a plan to save the day. With a few magic eye drops, Jack's eyes are back to normal. Hooray for the Zool Babies! The family thanks the Zool Babies, and they all head back home with big smiles. Now instead of being on the phone, our friend Jack is playing outside with everyone. Yay for a happy ending. And that, my little friends, is how the Zool Babies and teamwork turned a gloomy day into a bright and happy one. The end.
At the Coast Guard office, news flashes on the TV. Fishermen missing in the sea. Concerned by the news, Snoo, Weenie, and Teeny quickly gather their essentials and get ready to go. They hop onto their private double-decker boat, ready for the mission to rescue the fishermen. Snoo, the captain, steers the boat with Weenie and Teeny's assistance. A few dolphins leap in and out of the water. Teeny watches with binoculars, while a splash ruins Weenie's map. Suddenly, Weenie and Teeny spot the stranded boat. Excited, Teeny instructs Snoo to steer toward it. Upon reaching the fisherman's boat, they're disappointed to find it empty. Snoo asks for the ladder, and they climb down to search for clues. Just then, huge waves crash against them, tossing both boats into the water. Snoo, Weenie, and Teeny are swept onto the island shore by the strong waves. They wake up to the sound of a man crying in pain. When they check, they're astonished to find the missing fisherman. Luckily, Weenie's watch is working, and he sends an SOS to the harbor. Within moments, Todd and Midge arrive by helicopter and rescue everyone. At the office, the Zool Baby officers celebrate their successful rescue as the news highlights their achievement in finding the fisherman.